Practical care team supports people out in our community who basically want to die at home. So we support the patients and their families, emotional support, physical support as in personal care, spiritual support, just anything they need really to help them and their families go through the process. We have a lot of conversations with people at home offering the emotional support because people, although they might know what's happening to them and their diagnosis and how poorly they are, they don't really know what that's going to look like at home. It's one thing to come to the hospice, but it's a very different story out in the community, and they don't really know what that looks like, and why would they? Because actually, unless you've been through it before, you would never know. So we talk to them a lot about what that might look like, what kind of equipment might be involved that they might need, and we can obviously liaise with the therapy team. We talk a lot about emotionally what they might go through, the strains on the relationships between them and their family members, and the feelings that they might feel as well being at home. You know, the fear, the anxiety, it's all still there, whether they're at home or here. So we just like to try and prepare them for that. I think it's really important when patients are dying at home, the relationships can be really challenged between the patient and their loved ones, whether it be the husband, wife, mother, father, and those lines can become very blurry. Quite often the loved one, for example, a wife, then kind of loses her status as a wife and becomes the carer. So if we can come in and support the gentleman at home, his wife can be his wife again. You know, we can take over the care, we can do the personal care and deal with that, and she can be there to emotionally support him as his wife, as she always has done. I think it's so important, and I feel really passionately about it, that our local community get behind us as a hospice at St Catherine's, because we can offer so much. There is so much support out there for people when they are diagnosed with a terminal illness. Their journey, we can go through their whole journey with them here at St Catherine's. They can have the support from the nurse practitioners, who can support them with their medications and everything as well. Us as a practical care team can support them in their homes. The day hospice can support them. There's so much that we can do, and I don't think people are aware. They don't understand, and again, like I said, why would they? Why would they understand what that process looks like? Because unless they've been through it with another family member, they would never know. And that's another thing I think we need to get to more people. We need to get more people to understand, but to do that, we need the community support to support us to be able to deliver that message to everybody else, but also to be able to connect and get to other people. Because actually, if we haven't got the fundraising and we don't have the sponsorship and the donors, we can't get to more of those people that are dying at home. We can't get to support the ones that are anxious and sad and stressed and fearful. And that's everything that we want to do. We want to do everything we can for those patients to ease those feelings and to ease the whole process. When I hear our statistics that we can only reach 1 in 3 people, it's kind of heartbreaking in a way, because there's those other 2 and 3 people that are dying at home without the support, and that's not right. That doesn't sit right with me. So I think it's so important to get the donations in. Even, from £10 from little Flossie, who does a bake sale at her school, that makes the cakes for the patients in the hospice. That allows us to have the equipment to go to someone's home. Everything counts, every penny counts, and by all of those extra pennies coming in, we can get to those other 2 and 3 people that have no support.